BJ from More Game Gumbo. I've got my guest here, Mike Young of Plan B and Next Move Games, and we're talking about some spicy games, and we've been seeing at all the conventions. And I got to play a game at Dice Hard Con with Alex Goldsmith of the Dukes of Dice called Century New World, the third one of the trilogy. I played all three of them. We actually reviewed the second one. You had sent me a copy, and
Yes.
we did a review. I actually like the second one better than the first one, so I'm a little bit different from most reviewers. But the third one caught me and Alex's eye. We taught ourselves the game in 15 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
And really enjoyed everything. Even the tiny little meeples were kind of cool to play with. They are tiny, though, Mike.
They are. I'm not on
They're
that.
really tiny.
I saw them, and I call them teeples for tiny meeples because they're
Right.
they're little, thin, skinny guys. But yeah, I think Brilla's just nailing it in the chat. Like, it takes the same core elements of each of the Century games: trading for goods, upgrading your goods. It takes a really simple premise, but it puts variations on a theme. I'm doing a hand builder. I'm doing point-to-point movement with deliveries, and now I'm doing worker placement. So it surprised me because I'm with you. I like 2 more than the first one.
Really? Okay, I'm not alone then.
Like 3.
I feel like I'm alone. I feel like I'm the only person that likes 2 better than number 1.
I think you and I are 2 peas in the pod because everyone I talk to loves 1, and that's great. And a lot of people love 3, but 2 really just I love that. I just, as a gamer, there's all this perfect information. I control my destiny. So, but
the thing with 2 is I love looking at it, and it doesn't happen often, but every once in a while you see this little combo, and you go,
yes.
"Oh my god, I could do this to do this to do that," which is the element from the first one. But to see it in that visual representation of moving your stuff around, it just makes you feel clever, and I love that in games. I love when you get that feeling.
Yeah, no, so I mean, that's perfect in 2. That's the thing I think I love most is just finding that. And then in 3, the worker placement element, just I love worker placement games, and I need something other than Stone Age to introduce to my friends because as much as I like Stone Age, it's just so. This is a perfect replacement for it for like my first worker placement game.
The other cool thing, and I've got this solo picture up there, is Alex and I had a good time trying to figure out when is going to be the time to flip up those tiles, when is going to be the time to add more meeples and allow somebody else to get their meeple back. It's got just some fun decisions as you break out the board, and I can feel like if there's anything that I wasn't a fan of on the first one is that I just felt like after a couple of plays, I wasn't sure there was much more to dig into. With 3, I really feel like there's a lot to dig into, and then you have the option of putting all 3 together.
Yeah, well, this is the crazy thing is that Emerson is a testament to his design philosophy, found a way to integrate all these games in every fashion. Like there's 8 different versions of Century if you put all the combinations together. And they all play surprisingly well. Like I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be bloated. It's going to be terrible. No, it takes an extra 10 minutes to play, and it's a similar but different experience.
Mike, there's somebody you need to talk to. Dr. Finn is over there in the chat crew. I don't know if you played any of Dr. Steve Finn's games, but
yes,
that's the guy you need to talk to. He's thinking about getting out of the self-publishing business and just going to publishers like you guys with his games and we need more people to see his games out there in the wild. So I don't know if Dr. Finn has played any of the Century games, but I love all 3 of them. I think 3 is if I'm going to rank them, I'll probably go 2, 3, and 1 or 3, 2, and 1.
It's tough for me, but I would say probably 3, 2, 1, but 2 is a really, really close second. I mean, it's right there with me.
And that is Century New World. Anything? So I'm assuming Century New World is also going to get the Gollum treatment.
Yeah. So when we announced doing a sequel to Gollum, we knew we had to bookend it with make it a trilogy as well. So many fans wanted it, and believe it or not, we actually actively listen to our fans, and we may not always give them what they want right away, but we're listening, and if it makes sense, we'll do it. Well, we knew we had to do it. If we're going to do Gollum 2, we have to do Gollum 3 and just make the trilogy. So I would expect that we'll probably announce it officially in the spring, but you'll probably see that either at Origins or Gen Con if I had to guess next year.
So can we start a new rumor that just like George Lucas, Emerson's going to come in with episode 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to have another trilogy for Century, or is this it?
This was my original idea. When I heard that we're going to do the Golem series, like we said, okay, we're going to do 2. I said, guys, what we need to do is make 2 different games, so that Century 1 and Golem 1 are the same, but they do different things as they go into the next series. So Golem 2 would be different than Spice 2, so that there would be reason to have all the games because of different experiences. But
Sure.
I think Emerson was already exhausted with all the stuff that he's publishing to tackle yet another trilogy. So maybe one day, maybe we'll get a director's cut, maybe 10 years, 20 years after release, we can get him to come back to it.
We might see that down in the future, a little director's cut, bringing back some of that Century spice, Century New World flavor back in there. That would be interesting to see. Sean says, Mick says he really wants to try to put all 3 together for the big game.
Yeah.
And then Sean says it's not really as big of a game as you think. It plays smooth. So Emerson's done a good job of putting the 3 games together.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Again, from my own testimonial, I thought, oh God, this thing's going to be bloated. It's going to be terrible. No, it's testament to Emerson's design. It's really, really simple. Not heavy at all.
Well, that is the beauty of getting out there to BGG Con. We can do stuff like that. We can I don't always have time like you. I've got a family. You got work. You got a wife that works, and I don't always have time to break out a big thing like that. But a convention is a perfect time to put together 3 big games. And how long does it play when you put all 3 games together?
Less than an hour. Like most of these games, I think independently take about 30 to 40 minutes. This takes about an extra 10, maybe 15.
And that is Century, a New World. That is also Plan B, right?
That is Plan B, yep.